Hey guys! So today I just wanted to talk to you a little bit more. I put a video up recently and I told about my life story, and I really hope that you guys liked it. If you didn't see it yet, click the link down below, and that'll probably make this video make more sense to you, so you should probably go and watch it. It is a tad bit long, but I wanted you guys to really know who I was and really get the background on why I'm here on YouTube. I wanted to talk about being a victim or having victim mentality. Basically, to keep it short and sweet, having victim mentality will keep you in the negative space that you've been in for so long, and no matter how much you really just want to get out of that negative space, if you stay with the mentality that everything bad always happens to me and everything bad is from the outside, everything bad that happens to me is not caused by things that I bring on to myself, or the way that I think, or the way that I do things. Like, if that's your mentality, then that's a victim mentality. So I don't mean in a negative thing where you cry wolf or anything. Sometimes you could be a very strong person and you could be a very sincere person and pure at heart, but you still can play off of the victim mentality if you're not taking the correct steps to always put yourself in check. So basically that's what I wanted to talk to you guys about. And like I told you in my video about my life story, the problem was that I wasn't putting myself in check, and I wasn't saying to myself, this is what I stand for, and this is who I am as a woman, as an individual, as a Christian, as a daughter, as a sister, whatever. I wasn't sticking to who I was as a person. So I was making it possible for all of these people from all different types of thinking to just infiltrate into my life, into my space. Yes, it's great to meet new people, but it's not always great to let every type of energy into your personal space and your personal energy, because everybody is not meant to have a part of you. Everybody is not meant to have a part of you, and you're not meant to be a part of everything. I had to put myself in check. And the way I put myself in check was by learning the fundamentals. I also made another video, a motivation Monday, and it talked about learning the fundamentals and reading or talking to someone who knows, who has knowledge, who has wisdom. And what I did was, since I'm not much of a person who asks for help, I'm working on that a lot, and I've grown a lot, but I wasn't a person who asked for much help from others, like other human beings. So what I did was I read the Bible like front to back, almost not front to back, but like I read the Bible on my way to work, on my lunch break, on my way back home from work, wherever I was going. If I was not working or whatever I was doing, if I had a free moment, I was in the Bible. I was reading and reading and reading. And the reason why I did that was because I needed the rules. Like, for me, I needed the rules on, hey, what makes this person not good to be in my life? What makes me a person who can't have this certain type of person in my life? And why, when I feel like, oh, you know, if I have the greatest of intentions, then so does everyone else. They just have to get to know me. Why that's not always true. So reading the Bible really showed me the fundamentals. And it's so crazy because everybody's like, oh, it's outdated. And, you know, I'm not saying that we're all walking around with the same clothes in the same land and all of that with the same language. I'm not saying that, but the message is timeless in the Bible, and that was very evident to me when I started reading. I read Proverbs and Psalms, and I asked God, before I started reading the Bible, I asked God, teach me about the woman that you want me to be. That was my prayer. Tell me who I am. Tell me who you created me to be. And when I opened it up, I got to Proverbs 31. And in Proverbs 31, it talks about virtuous woman. And it ran down the type of woman that you should be. Now, this description of a virtuous woman is in so many different types of books. so many different types of books. In the current books and the old historical books, it's in every type of book. So I don't want you to think that I'm like, read the Bible and then you'll be cured. Like, I'm not saying that. I'm telling you what works for me. I read Proverbs 31 and it just said all the things that I should do and I should be and I should work towards, and it was so helpful. Like, it was just like, oh, I get it. Like, being independent, I had that. I was good, you know, independent woman, right? But I didn't have the rest. I didn't have the guideline. So some of the things in Proverbs 31 said, you wake up early to make sure that everything is set in its place before even the maids wake up, or even your husband and your children and everything. You make sure everything's set. Then you go out about your day and you're productive. You have your own business. You know, you're a person who's respected. When people see you, they look and they say, man, she's a great woman. That her family is so lucky to have her. Her husband, he's blessed because of her. Her children are blessed because of her. Your children love you. You know, you're family oriented, you're business oriented, you're people helper. You help others and you make sure that everything that you are a part of is a reflection of the woman that God created you to be. It made so much sense when I read it. For me, it was about, okay, how do I get to that place? The way I got to that place was checking myself, saying, all right, anything that happens to me is not because everybody else is bad and I'm good and they just taking advantage of me. It's because I need to recognize who I am and what I want in my life. And anybody coming to me, I'll be able to sift through who should be a part of my life and who shouldn't. And as a permanent staple, or as any type of staple, even a seasonal staple, whether they should be a part of it or not. They have a saying and it says, if you stand for nothing, you'll fall for everything. And it's true. It's true, and that's the way that you avoid bringing in unnecessary negative energy into your life, and the way you avoid being a victim forever, being played on, or whatever it is. That's how you avoid it. You know what you're coming in the door to do. Nobody can tell you or change that. I'm not saying don't grow. Now you're growing, you're forever growing, but you know the reason you're growing. And you know what you want to grow towards. So all of that other stuff, it'll come and it'll go, and you don't have to worry about it. You don't have to say, oh, you know, it's not really where I want to go in my life, but I probably have to try it so that I can just be well-rounded. That's not a well-rounded person. You're not ever going to be a well-rounded person when you're trying to fit in and do things like that. Checking yourself, you're going to be the person who comes in the room and says, I don't really do this. I'm going to go somewhere else where they're not doing that, and they're being productive, and they're growing, and I'm going to have just as much fun, if not more fun. You know, I don't want to make this video too long. I wanted you guys to think about, what's your mentality? Where are you right now? And what are you thinking about who you are versus the person that you want to be? Especially if you are having a hard time with your emotions right now and you're upset, or you can't figure out how to move forward from the life that you're living. And it's important to figure out who you are, what part you're playing in the whole equation. All right, so I want you guys to answer this question. Who do I believe that I was created to be? Simple, that's it. If that's a question that's really too hard for you, to really dig and think about why you can't answer it and what you can do to gain some knowledge about yourself. Don't forget to like this video for anything that you've seen, any part of this message that you like. Press the like button for me, and let me know that you want to see more of these, and let me know that if this is inspiring you. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. All my information will be below if you want to contact me, and I would love to hear from you guys, okay? Thanks for joining me. I cannot wait to see you again in the next video. I'll see you later. Bye.